Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today we're going to be talking about when Black Panther 2, Ant-Man 3, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will start filming, Thor Love and Thunder being as big as an Avengers movie, and a new plot leak for Spider-Man 3 which sounds awesome. If you're new to the channel, or even if you've been watching for a while, make sure you subscribe, because more than 96% of you guys aren't subscribed. And if you think that you're subbed, double check, because apparently there's a glitch where people are getting unsubscribed from certain channels. And remember that a subscription is free for you, but it really helps the channel a lot, and you can always unsub later if you want. Now let's get started. The Hollywood Reporter just announced that Marvel is planning to push forward with Black Panther 2 and start filming in Atlanta sometime in July 2021 and last for about 6 months. Once I heard this, I watched Chris over at 3C Films' video covering this new Black Panther information, and he said something that caught my attention, which was that as sad as it is that Chadwick Boseman passed away, if Marvel is planning to start so soon, they most likely won't have time to make a completely new script. I mean, Thor Love and Thunder is about to start filming in January, and we're constantly hearing that Taika Waititi is still tweaking the script, which means that Marvel is most likely planning to recast Black Panther. And I know that the fan base is currently divided over what Marvel should do, but they've come out and said that they won't be using CGI, and with filming starting so soon, they probably won't have time to change the script, unless one of two things happens. The first one is that they replace all of Black Panther's scenes with Shuri, and they say T'Challa died off screen. However, this will still affect the script, and some of it, if not most of it, will have to be rewritten. Or, they already knew that Boseman didn't have long, and they wrote Black Panther 2's script for Shuri based off of that information. However, that's not the case because apparently Kevin Feige didn't know about his illness until the day he passed away, which means that no one else knew either. And Chris goes on to make other good points which you might not agree with, and that's totally fine. But he said that killing the character off, especially off screen, feels like more of a disservice to everything that Chadwick did, and everything he worked so hard for. Whereas recasting, while not the same, allows his legacy to be carried on, and his dream and passion to continue along with the plans Marvel had for the character in the MCU. He also said something that a couple of you have mentioned in the comments as well, which is that while Shuri can definitely become the next Black Panther, she's nowhere near ready to take on that mantle in Black Panther 2. In Black Panther 1, she was introduced as the incredibly smart scientist that made the cool overpowered suits and weapons, but as we saw in the fight against Killmonger, and later on in Infinity War and Endgame, her combat skills aren't great. Not to mention that T'Challa had the guidance of his father, the previous Black Panther, and Shuri will have no one to teach or guide her other than occasional visits to the ancestral plane. The Hollywood Reporter also announced that according to their sources, Mexican actor Tenoch Huerta, who is one of the stars of Netflix's Narcos Mexico, is in talks to play one of the antagonists. Keyword here is one of, because the two rumored villains for the movie have been Namor the Submariner and Doctor Doom. However, in the comics, Namor is usually shown as being Asian, with a very light complexion due to sunlight not reaching the depths of Atlantis. And Marvel isn't dumb enough to change the character's race. And the same goes for Doctor Doom, who's from Latveria, which while a fake country, isn't Mexico. Which means that Huerta will most likely be playing the secondary villain in the movie, similar to Ulysses Klaue in Black Panther 1. Next, the Hollywood Reporter also announced that in January, Taika Waititi's sequel Thor Love and Thunder is starting its Australian shoot, with the sprawling cast assembling for what one insider is likening to an Avengers 5 feel thanks to its ensemble. So it seems like the number of characters appearing from Thor and his team, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and new characters will be enough to make it feel like the next Avengers movie. And it seems like all of the upcoming movies will have a large number of characters returning as well, which is only natural as more and more characters are introduced into the MCU. They also go on to say that the studio will have Peyton Reed back for Ant-Man 3 in 2021, and will end the year with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 shooting with the returning James Gunn. So to recap, Black Panther 2 will start filming in July 2021, Ant-Man 3 will also start filming in 2021, only a little later, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will start filming near the end of 2021. And lastly, we have a brand new plot leak for Spider-Man Homesick coming from 4chan. And as you all know, while 4chan has leaked plenty of Marvel news in the past and been either partially or completely right, it's not the most reliable source, so take all of this with a grain of salt. Anyway, the leaker starts off by saying that the movie does not deal with multiverse stuff, and Doctor Strange only provides shelter to Spider-Man for some parts of the movie. So it sounds like the scenes that Benedict Cumberbatch filmed for Spider-Man 3 will be like the ones in Thor Ragnarok where Thor is looking for Loki, only this time he could be protecting Spider-Man along with his friends and family. The plot revolves around a mysterious benefactor putting out a bounty for Spider-Man, which leads to 6 different villains going after him. These 6 villains never unite as a Sinister Six, but work alone or in groups. They include Kraven the Hunter and Chameleon working together, Electro working alone, and Vulture, Scorpion, and Shocker also working together. These 3 parties clash with each other to try to be the one who kills Spider-Man, as they all have a different reason for why they want to win the money. MJ is supposed to be working for the Daily Bugle, and it's how JJonah Jameson appears in the movie. Ned will die in the movie, but I'm not sure who kills him. Now, if Ned doesn't really die, as we've seen many characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe fake their deaths, or die and be brought back to life somewhere else, this could lead to the introduction of Ned as Hobgoblin later on or in Spider-Man 4. There's also a scene where Aunt May almost gets killed when she steps in between a villain and Peter to save him. There's a scene in the movie where Scorpion, Vulture, and Shocker attack the Sanctum Sanctorum, and Spidey and Strange have to evade them. The final battle reveals that the benefactor is Mysterio. The big fight is Spider-Man trying to fight Beck's drones, while Beck tries to kill him and also tries to kill/defeat all the other villains, to make himself look like the hero. There's apparently also a scene where Thaddeus Ross talks with Happy in a meeting room or something along those lines. This means that William Hurt may appear in the movie. The movie will also include some hints and setups towards a Kraven solo movie and the next Venom movie as well, though the leaker didn't mention how. So if this leak is true, it's 100% confirmed that Spider-Man will appear somehow in Venom 3. Pepper Potts and Nick Fury will also probably have cameos, and the post-credit scene includes J.K. Simmons and Chiwetel Ejiofor, which leads me to believe that one scene will set up some Spider-Man related stuff, while another will set up the Multiverse of Madness. So the scene with Jameson and Baron Mordo could be where we see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield appear. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Would you be okay with Marvel recasting Black Panther? Are you glad that Black Panther 2, Ant-Man 3, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will all start filming next year? And what did you think of the Spider-Man 3 plot leak? Is it real? Do you like how it sets up Spider-Man's appearance in Venom 3, and the introduction to Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.